Hello, I'm WDS Morgan, Sun Hill. I've come to see Mr. Holt.
Oh, right.
What are his injuries?
Stab wound in the abdomen. He was operated on last night. He's very lucky. Nothing is punctured.
Good, I can talk to him then.
Yeah. Bed 4 by the window.
Thanks. Fitzroy Holt. WDS Morgan, Sun Hill.
Oh, lady. You come to sightsee?
Well, I've come to find out what happened last night.
I got myself robbed and a taste of cold steel in my guts.
This was in Jessup Street.
Yeah. I went down the street to get myself a little sweetness.
You were going to visit one of the prostitutes.
Right, lady. But just as I come to get out of my car, some kid is there, pushing me back up against it, his hand already in my pocket. When I tell him he's out of order, then I feel this pain, right here. It hurts, you know.
Did you get a good look at him?
Only that he young and he white. I never get to fix my eyes on him.
Could you describe him? The colour of his hair? What he was wearing?
No. But there was some guy there, he must have seen it all. I called out to him as the kid ran off. But he just turned his back and walked away. Man, that's bad.
Who was this? Another punter?
No. He the one with the camera. I seen him before. He take photos of all the car number plates.
So, you called out to him for help, and he just turned away?
Yeah.
Could you describe him?
White man. A little younger than myself. I'd know him again, but he's so ordinary, I can't describe him.
Will you make a statement?
Oh, yeah. He said he saw a man there taking photographs of all the car numbers.
Steve Tate.
So you do know him? I wondered whether he was part of the action committee.
He is the committee. Tell me, is Mr. Holt black?
Yeah.
Mr. Holt think there was a connection between his attacker and the man taking photographs?
No, but I'd certainly like to talk to Steve Tate.
Mind if I come along?
No, not at all. Well, what's your angle?
Chair of one of the local black community groups thinks Tate might have a hand in these muggings and that his motives are racist.
What's your impression of Tate?
Well, he's unhappy, of course, because the street he lives in has been taken over by Toms. But it never appeared to be an issue with him whether the Toms and their clients were black, white, yellow or green. Come to that, his wife is Oriental, so I'd be very surprised if he had any aggressive racist views. No, I have every sympathy for Tate's action committee. In the beginning, all the Toms stayed in one house.
I remember a few months back we did an oboe and raided it.
Yeah, well, they split up and moved into separate flats all down the street.
Landlords must have made a fair bit of money out of it.
Say that again. Oh, we've had regular uniform clampdowns, you know, harassing the girls as soon as they stepped outside. Giving the curb crawlers a really hard time. But with manpower limited, well, there's not much else we can do, really.
What about the council?
Well, some areas have erected railings, you know, to stop the cars cruising, but residents hate that even more. There we are. Now, the problem with a case like this is a very fine line between civil liberties and harassment. Ah, Mr. Tate.
Oh, Chief Inspector, come in.
It's my colleague, WDS Morgan.
Hello.
Detective Sergeant Morgan's investigating last night's knife attack. Ah, hello, Mrs. Tate. Yes, just thought we'd pop round, see how it was going, you know.
Why does it take one of them getting hurt to bring you out?
What do you mean, one of them?
Those animals, the ones who come looking for casual sex, polluting our lives.
Where were you last night, Mr. Tate?
Here?
In the house?
Not all the time, no. Mr. Conway knows I photograph all the car numbers. I'm going to have posters printed, let everybody know about these men.
And you know that I don't condone any such action.
So what are you doing then? I haven't seen your people round here for weeks.
Can I see the photographs you took last night?
When I've printed them up.
While you were out taking photos, did you see the attack on Fitzroy Holt?
The guy got hurt. Yeah, saw him.
Did you see the man who attacked him? Or do you think you might have a photograph of his attacker in the background, say, hanging about?
I use a long lens, just get the number plates, but I'll have a look as soon as the negs are ready.
Or did you hear Mr. Holt call out to you for help?
Look, come on, this isn't helping your case, you know. Letting robbers go around knifing people on your own doorstep.
They deserve all they get.
Why do you say that, Mr. Tate? Do you really think it's a good idea to give this young thug the green light?
If you controlled these men, if you stopped them coming down our street, there'd be no muggings. Don't you see? This is just the beginning.
The beginning of what?
The slide down, the slide into total chaos. Your loyalty should be with us, me and my wife, not with that scum.
We're taking every action that's open to us. Look, and I warn you, don't you think that you're above the law? If you saw this attack last night, you should tell us.
You're a woman. Surely you think it's intolerable? No one can go anywhere these days without sex, sex, sex. Stand it. I have to take the legs out of the wash.
Mrs. Tate, did you see anything last night?
No, I always stay in the house.
Or did your husband mention to you anything that he saw?
Excuse me, but there is something I must attend to.
Johnny was perfectly reasonable when this action committee was set up. I can't believe he's become so obsessive.
Well, unfortunately, he may be the only witness in the attack on Fitzroy Holt. I'd like to get hold of this young thug before a knife in the stomach becomes a regular part of his MO. I'm off to talk to the Toms.
All right, look, I'll hang on here and pick up the prince if you like, and I also might be able to bring him round a bit.
Okay, thanks, sir. WDS Morgan, Sun Hill.
Come on in, we ain't working right now. This is Miss Morgan from Sun Hill. This is Suzanne, Flo.
Morning. I'm investigating last night's knife attack in the street. I wondered if any of you saw anything.
No, we were all hard at work. Is the guy going to be okay?
Yeah, I think so. What about Steve Tate? Did any of you see him around last night?
That creep.
He's always round.
Has he ever given you any trouble? Ever threatened you?
He won't even look at us.
Tried to talk to him, work something out. He's a pretty flaky guy, you know.
No, tell me.
Well, we leave cards in phone boxes, right? So if he wants to spoil our business, all he's got to do is keep ripping off cards. Some girls employ a runner just to keep cards on show, but we're not in that league. Yet.
And?
Well, wherever we leave cards, metal cord on phone's been cut right through with bolt cutters. Who else would do that?
Do you reckon he's connected with the muggings?
Tate? A vigilante? No. I heard he's lost his job. He's just got too much time on his hands.
Hey, you've been to Thailand, then? Is that where you met your wife?
Not that it's any of your business, but yeah.
I always promised myself a trip like that one day.
Prefer the Lake District myself. You may be here on this one.
Oh, good. Will we see much?
You can come in if you like.
Excuse me. I'm WDS Morgan, Sun Hill. I wondered if you saw anything of the attack that took place out here last night. Have you ever seen anybody hanging round? Someone who might be waiting for the punters?
No, not really. You don't look at any blokes around here in case they ask you how much.
The girls give you any trouble?
Not really. Not directly.
Well, in what way then?
They just don't live like we do.
What about the action committee? Has that been no help?
I hoped it would, but he's gone right over the top. The whole feel of this street's changed. He's part of the problem now.
Who's this, Steve Tate? In what way?
All the phones have been vandalised.
You reckon that's down to him?
That's what I heard. It's terrible, I haven't got a phone.
Have you discussed this with Steve Tate?
He just doesn't listen anymore. Now someone's nearly killed and I'm frightened to go out.
Yeah, we're doing everything we can.
Yeah? Well, who isn't?
Oh, Mrs. Tate.
Hello.
Hello. Listen, you know, it really would help us if your husband would tell us all that he saw.
I really can't...
Where were you going? Perhaps I could walk with you.
Oh,
Well, You won't get much.
Can we get a print?
If you want.
Your husband seems very upset about the prostitutes.
The whole thing has got so big in his mind. At home in Thailand, well, for some poor families, it's an economic necessity. But over here, it seems so much dirtier.
Is that the way your husband sees it?
I was on my way to see one other girl, Merlin, I think her name is. I want to tell them that he is not a bad man. I must go, I don't want him to miss me. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Come in. Ah, how'd you get on?
Well, Steve Tate certainly stirred up a hornet's nest, but there's nothing to suggest he's connected with the robberies. An odd thing, though. His wife said she was going to talk to the Toms.
Satiri?
Yeah. How'd you get on with the photos, sir? Any luck?
Nothing conclusive.
Still quite a striking jacket. Might be worth putting out a description.
Sure.
And how about trying to persuade Tate to make a statement?
No joy, I'm afraid. Just doesn't want to know. It's little wonder he's lost the trust of his neighbours. Means we're going to have to withdraw our support from his committee, which is a shame, as the pimps and the drug dealers won't be far behind this robber, and there'll be no residence committee to deter them. Hello, Conway. Yes, she is here.
Yeah? Right, on way. Satira Tate's just been found beaten unconscious on a path behind Jessup Street.
Our mugger branching out?
Yeah, or retaliation against Steve Tate.
What's up?
Hey. Who found her?
I did. She looks in a terrible state.
Did you find anything?
No, nothing.
Did you see anybody?
No one. She couldn't have been there long because I'd only just seen her coming out next door as I was putting Esme in a pushchair.
Was she on her own?
Yeah. And I was surprised because you hardly ever see her out these days without her husband. Could done with him today, couldn't she? It used to be safe round here.
All units concerned with the stabbing of Fitzroy Holt in Jessup Street last night have a description as follows. IC1 male, 5'11", wearing jeans and a distinctive black and white zebra pattern jacket.
Poor kid. I hope she's going to be all right.
What was she doing round here? Did she often come?
Satiri Tate? No, first time. Said she wanted to calm things down, that her husband's campaign was getting out of hand.
Too true.
Not her fault, though. Just said she wanted us to know that he ain't racist and he had nothing to do with the muggings.
He didn't help Fitzroy Holt, though.
No, and he wouldn't tell us anything either, although he must have got a good look at Holt's attacker.
Yeah, well, Satiri said she was trying to persuade him to cooperate with you.
Is that all she came round to say?
Yeah.
We don't take anything personally. We haven't got a problem with her. It's all part of the job, isn't it? You ought to know all about that.
Thanks. Mr. Tate, how is she? Mr. Tate, I'm sorry, but I do need to ask you a few questions. So if you like, we can go in Sister's office. Okay? Mr. Tate, have you any idea who could have done this to your wife? Take a seat in here, please. I'm told you always accompanied your wife when she went out. Did you fear some kind of attack?
We're decent people. None of this need have happened.
Mr. Tate, you do know that when the girl tried to call the ambulance, she couldn't find a public telephone in working order. Now, do you think it could be somebody you've antagonised?
When I asked Sun Hill to do something about the obscene cards in all the phone boxes, I was told you could hardly arrest the girls for littering. So I phoned the telephone company and they said, "But sir, we are removing 20,000 cards and phone boxes in London every week." 20,000. It's time somebody made a stand, isn't it?
Mr. Tate, do you know where your wife was going when she was attacked?
No. She didn't say she was going out.
Could she have been with somebody? Does she have many friends in Jessup Street? Mr. Tate?
What? No, not really. We've not been married long.
Where does she work?
What's that got to do with anything?
I'm just trying to get a fuller picture. I mean, maybe somebody at work bore her a grudge.
No, not Sue Thierry. She works in the factory canteen at the Maiden Works.
Thank you, Mr. Tate. Look, take it easy, eh?
Bloke in a zebra jacket over there by the post box. Right, let's have him. Wait! Stay there! Stay there! Right, now, what's your name?
Mickey Mouse.
Oh, yeah? And I'm Snow White. What's this then, eh? Magic wand, is it?
Is that yours, love?
Yes, my pension money.
Steve. Fitzroy Holt.
It's a great jacket, isn't it, George?
Come on, sunshine, in the back. Head down, go on. In.
Mr. Tate said they hadn't been married long.
2 or 3 years. It was all done through a bureau. Hell of a risk, don't you think? They'd never met. Or just once or twice in Thailand. She came from some little village all the way over here with a man she hardly knew. That takes guts.
And did it work out?
Well, I think it did, yeah. She always seemed happy enough. I've only once seen her in tears.
Why was that? Had he hurt her?
No, nothing like that. No, it's just she so wants a baby and she wasn't getting pregnant. And he just refused to go to the doctor with her about it, that's all. Common enough, isn't it?
Did she ever mention to you anything about her husband's action committee?
What, you mean about the tarts in their street? Can't see what all the fuss is about myself.
Let's get on with it.
You've waived your right to a solicitor.
You called me with my hands in the till, didn't you?
Where were you last night, Rick?
What's that got to do with it?
I'm showing Mr. Stratton Exhibit GM1, a knife found in his possession when he was arrested. Is this your knife, Rick?
I had it on me, yeah?
I'm showing Mr. Stratton Exhibit GM2, credit card in the name of Fitzroy Holt. What about this, Rick? You had this on you too, didn't you?
I must have picked it up somewhere by mistake.
In Jessup Street?
Is that where you work nights, is it?
No, but I think that's maybe where you've been working. I'm showing Mr. Stratton Exhibit GM3, a black and white photograph.
There's tons of jackets like that about.
But I'm sure you must have noticed a concerned citizen who took this last night.
So what? He's never bothered before?
His wife was beaten unconscious this morning, son. That sort of thing tends to change a man's view of life, you know?
Think I would like my brief now, please.
John, what progress on last night's knife attack?
Well, I've got Stratton rattled enough to want his brief, and I'm hoping Ted will identify him. That should clinch things.
So when will you know?
Well, Jim's just phoned from the hospital. Apparently Tate's offered to come and make a statement. He's very disturbed about his wife, and I think he wants our help.
Yeah. So what about that assault? You got any ideas?
Well, there's a neighbour, Mr. Charlton, had a row with Tate. But I don't think he was serious enough for a brutal attack on Mrs. Tate. Now, I've got a hunch that Tate knows more than he's saying. I'm hoping he'll tell me about it.
Good. We'll keep you informed.
Ah, Mr. Tate, thank you for coming in. How is your wife?
She was still unconscious when I left.
I'm sorry about that. You want to come in? We've arrested a man in connection with the Fitzroy Holt assault, but we'd like you to tell us what you saw last night.
I saw the whole thing. I gave Mr. Combat the photograph.
Would you recognise the man?
Yeah, I've seen him several times, hanging about.
So, you saw him go up to Mr. Holt's car?
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'll give you a statement. Whatever you want, but later. What about Sue Thierry?
Well, Stratton himself is ruled out. He was picked up by some shops too far away, not long after your wife was attacked. Well, there was always the possibility it was the same man operating in the area. I've spoken to one of the women your wife works with.
You have no right. It's none of your business. She's my wife. It's private.
Well, she had nothing but praise for Sue Thierry. Look, Mr. Tate, if you know who did this to her, you should tell us now.
You don't understand. Ever since those whores moved in. I know what they all think, but it's not true. It's not true. You only controlled those men.
Do you think it was one of the punters who attacked your wife?
You bitch!
Mr. Tate!
She's nothing to do with those men. She's not a prostitute.
Control yourself.
I know what they all think, but it's not true.
Sit down.
She should never have gone into that house. Why does she want to talk to them? She's nothing in common with those whores. What are they talking about? I saw her come out. Smiling.
Mr. Tate, was it you who assaulted your wife?
Nobody understands.
Stephen Tate, you do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Nobody knows what it's like to be so lonely. I've always been shy. I don't know how. But I could offer Sutiri the life she wanted, and we've been happy. Until all this happened. I heard them saying it. Saying she'd been a tart and I got out of a massage parlour. Well, how would I know? She could tell me what she likes and I wouldn't know the difference, would I?
So then you saw her coming out of Merline's house?
It all started when the men used to pester her. Wind down her car windows and talk to her. And she just laughed and seemed not to mind. Surely she ought to mind. You'd mind, wouldn't you?
Well, sometimes it's best not to show you're afraid. It's called being streetwise.
I'm so scared I've been duped. Saw them all when I went to Bangkok. So many of them. So many girls. How would I know?
Let's go, Mr. Tate.
It's when I saw her coming out of that brothel smiling and waving, I thought, I just snapped. I'm so sorry. Do you think Sutiri will ever forgive me? Couldn't bear to be on my own again.
Follow me, please.
Right. Come on, Mr. Tate.
This way.
Ah, there you are. Did you get Tate to make a statement?
Oh, yeah.
Good, good, excellent. That's everything sorted out then.
If only life were that simple.